It's Thursday night, man. Thursday night. Running a tad bit late, man. But ATL Flag Football Podcast, and we all back in the building, man. And as you can see, it's a full house in the building. It's your boy Low, man, sitting next to Mr. 5-Star on Sports himself. Just finished up season 10 of 5-Star Sports. What's up, James? How you feeling, brother?
What's going on, guys? Glad to be here as usual. 10th season, big momentous occasion for us. I was really happy to be able to still be around after just helping out, and so what it's grown into. So definitely glad to be here for this.
Yeah. Part-time thing turned into 10 seasons, huh? Who'd have thunk it, right?
Right. Especially how I used to think about
8 man. Yeah, you flat out refuse to do that jump. At all. Flat out refuse. We probably got plenty of footage of that on camera.
But, you know, I guess I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Things happen for a reason, and, you know, had a lot of unexpected surprises in this 10th season.
Right, I'm sure. You've crowned several different champions, man. Out of 10 seasons, I guess some of them was one league or one division, and then it grew to multiple divisions. So do you know exactly how many champions you've crowned up to this point?
Oh, gosh. Well, I think it was at least 2. No. I mean, it was 10.
No, it's 10 flat out, so then you got to add the 2.
The double season,
double
divisions. So I think it's at least 6 double divisions, and then the best of the rest. So probably about 17, maybe?
Yeah.
Different titles?
Yeah.
Between A and B or Comp Pro. Yeah. That's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, because I think
Shay said James talking to the mic.
Raiders was probably off. I think Raiders was the first split champ. Well, yeah, after the best of the rest, Raiders was the. I'm just trying to move it close so I don't have to lean over. But I believe Raiders was the first split division champions we had.
Okay.
And then you had Raiders, we've had Rare Form, we've had Outsiders, we've had LOZ, we've had Outcast, and then the best of the rest. That's 6 right there, plus the 10. So between 16 and 17. I might be missing somebody.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, man. 10 seasons in.
Yeah.
So listen, usually we know we go off the field, man, but we're running so late tonight and we got a lot to go over, so we're gonna skip that part of the show, and we're just gonna get right into the nitty-gritty.
But before we get into that, though, that we've gotten everybody's attention,
okay,
I have something I want to say.
Okay.
I would like to, on air, in front of everybody that's watching, take one moment to realistically apologize to LOZ if I offended any player on the team. When I presented the trophy to them on Sunday, I was laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. But I wasn't laughing in a disrespectful manner. I was laughing because we were surprised, you know, and I was happy for them or whatever, but I didn't want anybody to think that I was disrespecting them. Because John made sure he tagged me and Angelo today to remind us what happened at the beginning of the season. But I'm genuinely happy that they won, and it was no disrespect intended. But I was just shocked.
So here's a funny thing. The reason I asked you the question about the how many champions you've crowned was because my rebuttal question was going to be, how many of them were you as surprised to see as you were when you crowned LOZ as the champions this season? I was just curious because because based on John's post earlier, you obviously neither of us picked LOZ. And I was about to say I'd be challenged to say outside of the guys in this room and on your team, probably the majority of the league wouldn't have picked this
Listen,
particular champion. So I mean, that's a big to do.
So when LOZ was 5-1, we started to
noticing them.
We noticed them.
And then I saw him play, and I was like, okay.
You know, and then when they lost 1-0 in overtime to Joe World, I was like, yo, this is something we need to watch out for. But then naturally, with any sports commentator,
you're right, Big Stepper. You might be the only
that
one.
watches. When a team goes on a 4-game skid into the playoffs, that's generally a little alarm and a sign of concern. So just looking on the outside, not being in their huddles, not being at their practices, not knowing what they were going on, it was concerning that we thought that this might, continue into the playoffs. And with DOA and United remaining, I guess in other words, say hot, they were leading the way. And then, then we had that surprise guest that came in that let us know that the playoffs ran through him, and he put DOA and United on notice. It was what? But the most ironic part.
It looked totally past.
Totally passed. But the irony to all of that is LOZ one by one plucked out every one of those teams. The 1, the 2, and the 3 on the way to their championship season. So it was unexpected, but gosh, they deserve the top 3 seeds. The top 3 seeds.
Patriots number 3.
Yeah, they were number 3.
How about that?
I ain't gonna lie, that seeding was smoke screen.
He said DO trash, United good.
That was the false seeding anyway.
Is Big Stepper gonna reveal himself tonight? That's the question.
Well, he said at the end of the season, so it's the end of the season.
That's why I say, is he gonna reveal himself tonight?
That's why big talker.
Yeah. But he did pick LOZ. So where we go from here, James? We gonna go through your games, or
I guess we can start by just officially. Everybody can just run through real quickly. Introduce yourself. Tell us the position you play, so that the audience and crowd at home would know. And we could start right here with DQ. Yes.
DQ, play quarterback. Wherever y'all need y'all play. It's Blaze, owner, captain, and the rusher on LZ.
My name's John. I should be addressed as Megalodon on the field. Point blank. Let's go.
Position.
Center and utility person.
What's up, y'all? My name is PJ. And Blaze forgot to mention co-owner of LOZ. Sorry, Blaze. Position, athlete. Some of y'all know me as Mango Butter, but now I'm Rude Boy.
I didn't know you was gonna say that.
Dom, y'all know me as Saute. Dom, whatever, Saute, whatever it is. I do quarterback. Pretty much everything as well as PJ. So I guess ATH next to me as well.
What's going on? How y'all doing? I'm Zay DB.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your boy Hendrix. I play special teams, man. I'm a special team specialist.
Don Chino, Rush, LOZ number 1, you dig?
Forget my boy Thomas. Yeah.
I'm Thomas, a.k.a. Red. I'm a kicker and then also utility.
Best kicker in the league.
all right. So while James has stepped away briefly, there he is back now. But so y'all was seeded what in the playoffs?
6.
6 seed. So y'all had the first round games in. All right. So who did y'all come off play the first game?
Patriots.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, they played the Patriots.
9 a.m.
Hey,
Acknowledge me.
And I was talking.
Acknowledge me.
Look at the shirt.
I like to, just tell everything, right? And I was talking to somebody else today when we were talking about, LOZ. And, they said that, when the football god said it's your time, As they came in as the number 6 seed, they were literally one play away from not even being able to be in it. When United played Raiders, it was the last play. If the quarterback makes the extra point, they win the game, and they end up bumping LOZ out. But
Really?
he drops the ball. Yeah, they beat y'all, and it would have been not head to head. And he dropped the ball, and so that dropped Georgia Raiders out and let LOZ come in. And so
crazy.
then they come in and they face, the one that wants to be acknowledged. And in that game, it was what I found interesting in that game is sometimes there's a thing called doing too much, so I know it was about 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Patriots have the ball, first down. With a coach or anybody that knows the game, you just run the ball, run the clock out. Brady threw the ball 3 straight times. Now on the 3rd time, he did get behind the LOZ defense, and the boy dropped a wide open touchdown that was a walk-in. And so then they punted the ball. They had to punt the ball, didn't get a single yard. I think they probably punted it down to about somewhere between the 8 and the 10 or something like that. LOZ returned it right back to where he just punted it from. Then on the next play, somebody took the little swing pass on the out, took it straight to the house.
Wow. Shout out to Tezo.
That was Tezo. So in a game where
Rookie of the year.
once again they was on the brink of elimination, they came right back in and won the game. So let's start there. When y'all stopped them on them 3 straight downs, did y'all have like some type of huddle, like, listen, this is the last chance, we got to do what we got to do? Take us from that point.
For sure.
Put a mic towards you, then. Let's hear you.
Big shout out to our defense, man. For real. We really supposed to step up a lot this year, but we had some struggles here and there. But it is what it is. To be honest, I told the guys we going to spread on that one. And from a quarterback aspect, I seen that they were rushing they was subbing in and out. So I quickly on that one, we need the ball. Snapped it with a hitch. Sayonara. That's all it is. If y'all want to add a smoke, y'all can go ahead. So we was running base a lot. And then we were mixing the match of base and spread, but I noticed that they were playing too far off. So I was like, okay, cool, we can go hitch, get out of bounds. Tesso, that's a hell of an athlete, man. And he just once he get going, he gone. So shout out to T.
I mean, I know the final score ended up being close, but we really left points on the field all day between all 3 games. But that first game definitely should have been a blowout. We ain't executing the red zone at the 1 yard line, turnovers. So, I mean, still give props to Patriots. Them boys showed up to play football. But at the end of the day, LOZ did what they had to do on each drive. We just got to stop getting in the way of ourselves in that red zone.
The audience said you were loud on the field. Please speak up here now.
Shout out to Geechee. Acknowledge him.
Oh yeah. What's the saying? Por se. Gracias por se. Geechee, man. Hey, shout out my boy Geechee, man. That boy showed up big time for us this season, man.
He gracias por seis on you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, he didn't score on the pick 6, but hey, he got that 6.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I was here when they made that phrase.
I told John to bring his old Patriots jersey, but he said he couldn't because he already burnt it long time ago.
Long time ago.
For the video, I'm not bringing it.
So you guys were on the brink of elimination in this Patriots game, though.
A second time.
Wow, that's crazy.
And that's why, like I said, when the person I was talking to was like, when the football god says your turn, it's your turn.
That's crazy.
Because and then
we gotta give credit to ourselves too. For the last,
my God.
For the last year, we've been fighting to get in the playoffs. We've been losing by like some crazy situations just been going on. So
That's against me.
Yeah, we did. And we weren't supposed to lose that game. You know what I'm saying? It happened, and through that time, you know, everybody done learn how to control themselves. Cause it was a couple of times we were about to get out of pocket. And we just, you know what I'm saying, over time, I think everybody done learn how to calm down and just play football. So, you know.
That was actually the point that I was getting ready to bring up. You just mentioned it. Is the one thing that I noticed is that each of the 3 games, you were down in every game, but at no point did I see y'all bickering and infighting, which cost several teams games all season, but especially leading right then into your next game against United. You were down a lot in that game, but you know, United imploded. I mean, I think it was about.
They didn't implode.
Well, when you get 100 penalty yards in flag football, that's imploding. That's imploding. I'm not saying that y'all didn't do y'all job because they didn't blow y'all out. Y'all kept them. They kept the game close. But I'm saying like penalties definitely made a big difference in that game. But once again, y'all just sat around.
Penalties didn't do that. Megler did. Cause he beat United.
No, and the final score, you beat them. That's no doubt. But when we had what?
Megler done beat United. Move on. Ain't nothing else to talk about.
We're gonna
see us find the bell, help the bell. You see us find the bell, help the bell. Well,
so that was a very intense game. What was so about the 3 games that you played? That was the most heated game, intense on the field. What happened in that game?
Okay.
I do gotta say, see this one?
Is it on?
Is it on? I did push it. Check.
That one on.
That one on. I think that one on.
That was on.
One thing I gotta say that with the talking about the bickering and stuff that can cost games, like earlier in the season, I know like we had a few times where we were bickering a lot, but after those games, like we came together as a unit and we, for lack of a better term, I guess, we strapped in the composure and let that ride with us through the playoffs.
And you're the kicker, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I made a funny joke when you guys were playing United. Prior to this season, you know, Andrew for United had been our resident white boy. And so I told him, I said, hey, Andrew, you know, LOZ went and got a white boy to out white boy you.
And he did. And he did.
You know, because you guys were kicking. And so I thought, you know, I constantly tell these teams, you know, you need a kicker. If you want to do anything and stay competitive, go get a kicker. Because without a kicker, you're gonna leave a lot of games on the field. When your kicker don't show up, which leads us to our next game, DOA.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Slow play that.
Yeah, we ain't even talked through the United matchup. So,
You got to slow play that.
Let him go. I mean, John said move on, but if there's more to discuss, let's discuss.
No. That's a fact.
Please.
That's a fact. He said he won the game. That's a fact.
I'm gonna be quick with it though.
No, take your time.
Shout out to United. I mean, them boys play ball every time. But I mean, last time I checked, we beat these boys to start the season off week 1.
Fact.
Whole new team, building chemistry. For them to still be picked to win the championship is crazy. So I mean,
it was their game to lose.
but that talk to them now. It was their season to lose, right? It was their season to lose. But nah, for real.
I'll take that.
You feel me? It's like, because a lot of people come up here, you know, they pop it as if they know what's really going on in these LOZ games. I mean, last time I checked, y'all boys gonna be at the game. You know, y'all be back and forth between the fields. I know you got a pro team with Shockwave and all that, but I mean, with all due respect, y'all don't be at the games. Y'all don't watch the games clearly. Y'all don't know the details about what happens in the games. Most of our games end up in close matchups Maybe it's a bad call here and there from the referees, but if you don't know the whole story, I suggest y'all just go ahead and just keep it P up here, talk about the football games, and just keep it cute at the end of the day. But last time I checked, we ain't never lost to United for real. You feel me? More times than none, you look back.
Scoreboard.
Now we can go on to DOA.
United, are you here? Hello.
Well, let me just say, all we do is evaluate, see what we see, make predictions, right? At the end of the day, DOA and United were the 1 and 2 seeds, right? So it's not like
that's a smoke screen.
I get it.
You watch sports.
It's not
You
like
watch sports.
You
know how it
you
goes.
go with.
I'm gonna be real with you for real. Like,
No,
for
they
real.
don't. They
Why?
don't.
Why?
But when you
look, hold
pick
on,
your
Jay,
favorites,
hold on. Look,
that's usually who get
with the
selected.
seeding,
That's all.
I'm saying it's smoke screen because the seeding wise, right? If you look at the comp schedule, everybody not playing 2 pro teams. LOZ had to play 2 pro teams. Some of them teams that moved up benefited from not playing 2 pro teams. So now, of course, if we already 5-1 and now it's pro team week, we do drop that one game to Joe World in overtime. 1-0. They ain't kick our ass or nothing like that. Pretty much, we was in scoring range 3 times. 3 times, but we do go to overtime. We missed the kick, whatever. So now we 5-2. Okay, we got gas next. We ain't play our best game. We got guys dropping the ball, offense not executing. Defense held us down as long as they could, but other than that, shout out to gas, but we ain't play our best game. Now we 5 and 3. 5 and 3. All right, that's just football. We ain't execute. But at the end of the day, that was 2 pro games. So now we dropping down the standings. So now the guys that play only 1 pro team, they got a better chance to move up. So now that's the seeding issue right there. Following week, we playing in the fucking storm.
Tropical storm,
monsoon.
That's a monsoon. Man.
Tropical
You feel
James.
me? I mean, both teams playing in the same storm, but at the end of the day, we ain't had no business. But again, injuries, we got guys missing. We got critical key players. Ain't no excuse for real as far as that. But yeah, we got guys missing, so we all got to be real at the end of the day. Everybody got something that go on with each game. So I don't know why guys come up here and joke around about how LOZ executing and how we look crazy out there. Everybody going through the same shit on each team, for real. So hey, keep it a buck. We were 5-5, not the best odds against us, whatever. But at the end of the day, like we said, they better not let us in them damn playoffs. And look what happened. Back to the basics, man. What about your own team?
Well, I definitely understand all of what you're saying, and it's different when you're part of the team. But coming in, looking at it again as analysts, we have to analyze. United just came off of a championship loss. You guys came with a lot of new people, so therefore. Well, I take that back. They were number 2 seed, but they lost to Fly By Night. You're right. I'm sorry, the number 2 seed. So we don't, as a new team with new pieces, we don't really have anything to go by at that point. It's rare that a new team come in and do anything. It's not like brand new teams pop up and all of a sudden they can't be messed with, or they come out there with the money and balling and all that kind of stuff.
And we don't want to keep sugarcoating it. LOZ, you guys have had seasons over the last few seasons where you started off strong and started faltering at the end. And that's all we discussed.
So,
y'all started off strong and started faltering at the end. So the question last week came was, are they going to continue that same trend? But I also said last week, it's nothing for a 500 team to win a championship. So, shout out to y'all. Hey, man,
again,
you know what I mean?
it just was,
I don't mind. It was all good, but we don't dog out nobody except the team with the crazy names. Those are the ones I talk bad about.
You don't like no names, like not like no names.
Call them out now. I'm playing.
Actually did. Y'all just missed it. I always work it in the show.
At some point, right?
So, can we move on?
Yeah.
Is it okay? Any other shots at United?
Shout out to A, man.
Okay.
Oh yeah, shout out Coach A, man.
So moving on to DOA. Now, in my opinion, of all the 3 games, this was the game that you guys basically handled.
Put it together, yeah.
The best. And you put DOA on their heels. I mean, they came out first play of the game with a touchdown on the first play.
Can we back up real quick?
Hold on.
What led to you playing quarterback in the United game?
For me? Oh.
What
I'm just curious. What you want to tell the truth?
Well, you know,
Tell the truth.
as an OG on the team, you know, I know how to calm down in certain situations. You know, but you know, my young bull over here, you know, he kind of got hot-headed.
Okay.
I calmed him down, but it was a little bit too late. But he just had to go sit down.
Okay.
He just had to go sit down for a second.
Oh.
He had to go sit
Oh
down.
yeah,
So wait a minute.
yeah. It was a.
You saw something on the team that was detrimental to the team, and you stepped in and fixed it.
No.
Huh.
It's not detrimental.
I mean, if he kept, you know, something could have happened that could have affected y'all.
Yeah.
What happened was.
Well, no, I bring that up.
That's not true, Kwame B. I didn't pick PYB to win any games.
No, don't say that.
A lot of teams end up losing because people don't step in quick enough to fix situations.
Not
like
well.
that.
I say this: we had the 2 quarterback system already in play. So if you noticed,
We did.
at times
You
I
would
would have the
get the double
ball.
quarterback.
I would have the
We
ball
go-
for a time, and then he'll have the ball. Him going to sit down for that minute didn't affect our offense because we was already doing it. He'll take over, then I'll take over.
So maybe anybody could have got back there and beat up
We ain't gonna say
United.
anybody.
That's what you were
We ain't gonna
saying.
say anybody. Me and him.
United, a formidable team, man.
Right. Yeah, he trying to start the shit. Yeah, he trying to start the shit.
I just get clarity.
Y'all saw who was back there. Me and him were back there. Me and him did that shit. And we, you know what I'm saying, threw it to everybody. Everybody up here was, you know what I'm saying, involved in the game the right way. It was just, at that point in time, he just had to sit down for a minute. And
Folks that had to take some time off, so I took some time off.
And I stepped up and we beat United. I went 3 for 3.
More definitely.
And I started at the 50-yard line.
More definitely.
AK, shout out to you, boy. He got about a good 20.
I'm still mad at AK.
Oh,
I'm mad at AK.
We won though.
That's my dog.
Yeah, cause we should have blew the Patriots out on that one. Yeah, AK caught the first pass and he went about a good 15 probably. Then Jay caught about a good 5 yard, and then Tezo. If y'all notice, if y'all see the film, Tezo come and say something to me. And when I looked at him, he said what he was gonna do, but you know what I'm saying, I still had to call the route for the other offense.
Right.
But I knew where I was going, cause that safety was sweet.
He popping it, man.
Right.
Boy, man.
When I took out running and looked up, I said, "Oh, you cooked."
Yeah.
And that was a damn. That was a damn.
I feel like that game would have it would have even went overtime.
Yeah, we went to overtime.
No, I'm saying it wouldn't have went overtime
Well,
because we got down to the one again. Like
Yeah.
we keep killing ourselves in the red zone. But
Geechee said United is y'all biggest rival. Always good games when y'all go against them.
that's facts. It do be good games.
It is.
Bivens, is that supposed to be club music, Bivens? I think, I don't know. The real teacher said down to the practice squad that last week. Huncho said all them dang on excuses. Dom speaks facts. Heard none but facts. Kwame said, Cap, y'all said TYB was gonna beat Goon Squad. Y'all dog out.
Y'all know I didn't say that.
Who said that? I was like, I know that's what I didn't say.
I didn't say that.
He was talking about how
DOA
he said
game.
they don't dog people out there.
Man, shout out to TYB, man. They got some ballers.
I'm fucking gonna
I
get
told
it.
him that. I told that person.
Yeah, they gonna get it.
They just don't like the name.
Listen,
It's a lot of
nobody said TYB was about to beat Goon Squad. I think everybody knows what the Vegas odds are at this point. So
I think Dwayne picked him just for the.
Oh, you right, Dwayne did.
But that was.
Oh, that was for you, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jamie, I thought we getting back to DOA.
Yeah, now we go back to
there.
DOA.
All right. So
that game, man.
yeah, so I think of all the 3 games, it seemed like after that first bomb, the rest of the game y'all just basically took control of that game and put them on the
Them
defense.
folks better be glad when they
Because
scored 30
after they
points.
scored, once again, why I say you have to have a kicker, they had to go for 1. And then you guys scored and kicked for 2, and then scored the second time and kicked for 2. Now they're down by 2 scores. And even when they scored late, it was basically almost virtually impossible they did do the onside kick, but did you guys take that back for like
I
40 yards?
But we would have been up another TD because we got down to the 1. And then John, well, no, we had a call that was said not a catch, and then the next play threw the pick.
I should have ran it.
So
I never said that, Kwame.
That was another TD on the board, man.
We were really supposed to have about 30 points.
What was Goon Squad record?
4 and 6, I think. I think they ain't even made the playoffs. I think they were 4 and 6. I think
they were 4 and 6.
Yeah, but DOA better be lucky. We just getting started with our offense. You know what I'm saying? We found our rhythm. Well, after the United game, when we went into the championship game, we kind of found our rhythm. Like DQ really took over that game. Like I know, folks. I'm popping my shit because
I mean, hey, you should. Now, prior to that game, I was sitting on the sideline talking to somebody, and they came over there. It's like, James, LOZ about to win this game. This was before y'all even hit the field. I said, what makes you say that? They was like, look at them. LOZ, they out there, they excited, they going at it. DOA sitting on the side, looking all quiet and somber, like they scared or whatever. I'm like, well, but they the number 1 seed. He's like, look, LOZ about to win this game.
Nah, we took that hard.
And I said, we'll see.
Who said that?
Sure.
Shout out to him or her.
I don't want to put that person out there.
Shout out to him or her.
I heard James on the side like, oh, we know why DQ in the game. So he said, throw the ball deep. I said, oh, like, why did
you did.
It
was complete.
The whole scout report.
It happened for real. And it was complete. So, I mean, he wasn't wrong, but you got way more to your game, though. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just deep ball.
Oh, running like a motherfucker that game. I ain't good.
But no, even to that, they was the number 1 seed, but in the regular season, we didn't play Patriots or DOA in our regular season schedule. So, I mean, they all credit to their record. At the end of the day, they went 9-1, but we still ain't played them in the regular season. And we started the season, with a better matchup. They had a little, more favorable matchup to start the season to try to get their chemistry, get it together. While we on the spot, week 1, big Swamp Bucks and United to start the season. And then just going into that pro week would really just messed us up for real. So, but at the end of the day, we beat the number 1 seed. We 6th seed. We ain't care about the seeding for real. As long as we got in, we knew the outcome. So.
So going to the championship game, you all you saying you guys were fully confident that them guys didn't.
Yeah, you should have seen the group chat, man.
Oh no, it was visually obvious that they were extremely. That's why the person that said what they said to me said they were going to win it hands down.
Every game we lost was either because our own fault on offense. Our own fault. Not being able to, consistently move the ball, trying to learn a new offense, 2 QB system. So leading up to the playoffs, I, being a vet dude and just playing ball, I said, hey, let's go to the 1 QB system with DQ he run the point. I'll go back down to wide receiver so we can just make it simple. Make this offense simple for the playoffs. You don't want to go in the playoffs still making the same mistakes. So we made some modifications and then just going into the playoffs, put it all together. I knew DQ gonna run point, and then John, he got a QB experience. He dialing it up. I trust him to do it, so he did it.
Was that the first time you played quarterback this season?
For like that kind of
yeah. When I was out of town.
Oh yeah, he missed.
Because I think most people were surprised to see you back there because they don't know the history of John Victrum at quarterback.
They know now.
Oh, Zoo and Fly by Night.
Yeah. Me and John.
Folks know the history. When I step on the field, I ain't nobody ever seen me not starting. I don't care what team I been on.
You get that ring, you can say anything.
Nah, this ain't about no ring. This about when I step on the field, you gonna see me starting.
Okay.
So that means I'm on there for a reason.
For a fact.
And you better respect me.
Acknowledge you.
I don't need the acknowledgement.
Acknowledge you.
When I get on the field, they'll see it.
We still talking about the DOA game.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Jamie said that I guess Tuck wouldn't run against y'all. I don't know why. What happened? So
And let's talk about that, man.
So
talk
they
about the
had,
other quarterback too.
you know, Terrell wasn't there.
For a fact.
The quarterback that got them to there, he wasn't there. But Tuck has played quarterback before, and he's there.
The QB don't play defense.
Did that change how you play?
Nah, because I
QB
told
don't
I
play
ain't gonna lie.
defense.
You can ask anybody on DOA, bro. Like, I mean, Tuck had, and then halftime, in the halftime, he was finna get into a little scope and all that, man. Just play your game, bro. I mean, like, respect on the field. Like, I mean, he came out with a bomb.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, wasn't nobody saying nothing when he was doing all that with Painful. When they were doing all that, so no excuse need to be. It's always next man up on the field. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, like, why y'all getting asterisks with our ring and all that? Cause you.
I know, I ain't put no asterisk.
We
ain't put no asterisk.
This ain't even me popping it, man. They just respect. Cause I mean, you missing we missing a lot of people on our end, but we still play the game.
We didn't even speak to that.
I can name all the people we missing.
The playoff, we missing 5 key guys.
Because my question was, did that change how you played them? Because it was a different quarterback.
Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. LOG.
He's actually a more mobile quarterback than
I mean, if we being real,
Terrell's more mobile.
but even to that,
You don't think Terrell's more mobile than Tuck?
No,
even to that,
Tuck is more mobile than Terrell.
but
I mean, bro, when them lights coming, I mean, you trying to be a quarterback at the time. I mean, like, because looking at the film, Peyton Full quarterback could have ran a lot against DOA, but he chose not to. So it was a lot of mental mistakes. Like, I ran more than I ever did in flag. I'm not a runner. Like,
I told you.
I was looking at y'all game again. I saw you taking off more, and I was thinking about a couple other games that I saw where opponents, I guess they were trying to prove a point that they could throw the ball, missing wide open running lanes that were there to keep the play alive.
I was like, I seen some of this stuff, and I was like, they really amped me up. That's why I really like hyped that game, because I'm like, probably just take advantage of what I see. You mean, like, that's IQ. You get what I'm saying? Like, when they come, I ain't saying ain't nobody got no IQ, but at that time in the game, there wasn't no pressure just to get up out of it. You see what I'm saying? So, hey.
But talking about tough running, I mean, you got to shout out our defense, man. He was contained. Yeah, I mean, he was contained. That's why he ain't run. We put up a good scheme. We put up a good fight with DOA. We had that set up, man. We had that shutdown. We had that lockdown. Clamps. I don't care if Terrell was there, who was there. Hey, man, we the champ. Straight up.
But
Big Stepper said, told y'all LOZ was winning all season. Case closed. DOA trash. Who said, man, let them run.
I still respect them, man, because I like how they is.
WTF,
move,
ain't nobody just run us off from quarterback.
I don't understand that.
But nah. But even still, to answer your question about the game plan and all that, I mean, I know pretty much DOA is just, you know, Outcast merged with DOA. So we know we seen that scheme before, that spread offense. So I mean, yeah, Terrell wasn't there, but Tuck capable of running that offense. The QB don't play defense at the end of the day. So overall, shout out to the team. You know, we did put the time in, preparation, watching film, scheming our defense up to make sure the defense carried us all season.
And we were actually more prepared to play Terrell.
Yeah. We were more prepared. I mean, just in general for each offense, our defense put the work in, studying, and just making sure that we made the right call. So,
okay. Yes, I mean, turn your mic on.
Yeah. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, gotcha.
In my opinion, that's my assessment off the games. If you ask me, I feel like United. Go back to United real fast. I feel like they had more of a fight to them, if that makes sense. I feel like United was more of the championship game. Not disrespecting DOA because they had a great season. They did what they did. They did what they did to get there. But I felt like when they scored on us, they expected us to lay down. But when we came back down the field and scored on them, I instantly felt them giving up. I felt it like, oh, here we go. And then when we scored again, that's when I'm like, okay, they ready to lay down.
Big J scored.
I ain't gonna lie, they was ready to lay down. I heard it.
Big J.
Big J.
Shout out to Big J.
Sure hands, man.
So that was my assessment of the championship game. We really supposed to spank them. No disrespect. Like, they was the number one seed, but if we wouldn't have made the mistakes we made, we would have spanked them in the championship.
And I threw a pick.
All day long, we would have spanked them. So United deserve their respect because they came with it. They always play us hard. It's always a game to the end.
Shout out my young boy Tragic, man. That boy stepped up big time versus DOA, man. That boy put the work in during the offseason, getting better at wide receiver, man. That boy had some great catches, clutch catches, man.
Smart,
Yeah.
Twin.
Boy, I dotted that
Hey,
boy.
respect Geechee.
Hold on, Dex was up here, right? Yeah, I got a clip of Dex trying to pull my flag. Whoa.
Wow.
Why ain't X mark the spot on that one, buddy? God damn.
That was a hell of a throw, boy.
Man, you know what, Shawty?
We got
the fact that we
Matter of
won
fact, I
this,
scored after that.
You scored after that. Man, we played DOA, man. I thought we was looking at an episode of Housewives with no peaches on y'all jaw.
Oh, boy.
Bye. That go to number 1 seed right there. Y'all better be glad I ain't saying that in the camera after the game.
Hey, it's a question for the owner, Blaze. You got a question in the chat for the owner, man.
No disrespect after that. That meant you meant that, right?
AK said, love y'all boys, Z-ish. I got you, DQ. Foolie said, no, QB don't change nothing. LL, no one position will. That's not quite true. The QB can change a lot. Shay says, LOZ, what things will y'all work on to be better in the pro division and be back-to-back champs since it can be done? Now, that we hadn't got to that question yet, Shay, and just so I can clarify for the audience, winning the comp division does not mean you have to go up to the pro division. That is totally a team choice. We don't force that because at the end of the day, all of our teams in comp are Division 3. Our pro teams are mixed between 1, 2, and 3. So they still can stay and defend their title in the comp if they so choose, or they can go up to the pro if they want. But since you brought the question up, Shay, we can go ahead and ask them now. And we'll ask Megalodon. Next season, where will LOZ be taking their talents?
Man, LOZ gonna take their talents wherever the competition is at. And that's how y'all need to know.
Okay.
Next question.
All right, so they're not answering that question
Shout
at
out
this
to the
moment, Shay.
outsiders,
AKA State Champions. Trap says John ain't BSing. J-Bo said them rings better look nice April 26th, James. Listen.
Better.
He done assured us, James.
Oh, he said
J-Bo, he done assured us.
I put some serious thought into these rings. You know, me personally, I think they are the best one design that I've come up with yet.
I like to hear that.
I put a lot into these, so you know. I was trying to get them a championship T-shirts, but unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to get that by the party, so they won't be able to get those. But those rings, I think these rings designs will make up for it. Y'all want to see it? I can actually put it up and show it.
No, we want it to be a surprise.
I ain't want to do that. They ain't gonna do that.
Outsider says, "Congrats, LOZ." United says, please make sure LOZ is on the schedule next season. Congrats, though.
Yeah, y'all stop talking. Y'all stop talking. Y'all don't need to talk no more, United.
Is Foolie on y'all team?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, he said.
Shout out. What up, Foolie?
I know he's probably crunk here.
What do you say, man?
Billy says, where the competition is means pro, obviously. Listen, Billy, I don't want to put people's words in people's mouths. J-Boy said belt. I guess that was to you, Orlando.
Bell boys.
So, Gates said, congratulations, LOZ.
Appreciate that, Gates.
So, will you be ready for the summer season, PJ?
That still remains to be seen.
That boy will be out there two-stepping.
Okay. Specify the name.
We got special cleats for PJ.
For a fact.
So what's next? I mean, like, you've won. What's the plan? What's the goal then now? Not saying it's moving up the pro. Not saying what. But what's the goal for LOZ now?
Make sure.
Is it to maybe win again and with a better record, so that you can make the haters know that you're legit? I mean, what's
right now? It's just
type
more
your number
so.
in, Dwayne.
The record
More
don't
so,
really
you know,
matter when when you get to the big dance, man.
Oh, I could have did it. Never mind.
Record don't matter when you get to the big dance.
No. I'm just saying, but you know, things you want to work on. That's all.
Right now, the focus is just capitalize on how we did in the playoffs. Now we kind of have our identity for offense and defense. Keep doing y'all thing. Offense got something to build on. Right now, we just gonna take this into nationals preparation from here on out. Just try to keep that same flow going throughout the summer season. Of course, try to get some out of town tournaments for LOZ. We ain't never take LOZ out of the state outside of nationals. So try to get more of that nationwide recognition and experience facing other teams. But right now, yeah, we just focused on the chemistry and nationals.
Okay. Fooley said Coach PJ Prime. Geechi's about to call in. Big Stepper said any team Dexter on is trash.
Damn.
DOA schedule was weak. No, I said Big Stepper said
Yeah, Big Stepper said that.
Big Stepper said that. I'm reading the comments. AK built on
He been popping all season. We don't know what he is.
Get better every game.
And they won too. Oh, you know he big.
But I think that if you guys are looking to go out of town, you know, the Bayou Brawl is a great opportunity to take your talents on the road. It's drivable. You can also have fun while you're there. A lot of the teams from the league are actually going, so I think that's a good place to start. What's that?
Y'all definitely should do both. Y'all gonna do Brawl though, right?
Oh, that's for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
We doing everything local.
Geechee, you calling in?
Right, just hung up.
Yeah.
Call back quick, man. We gotta
Transition.
Yeah. So that's what's up, man. Hey, listen. Real talk, man. Congratulations to you guys. You know what I mean? You know, it's a big deal, you know, to win this ship and to go from the 6th seed to knock off everybody in your way, man. That's really a big deal, man. So
Top 3 team.
you know, to go in and then to lose going into the playoffs is, you know, no matter how it happened, that's still
Well, we was at fucking
a mental thing, though. You know what I mean? It can be a mental thing.
Yeah, mentally
You know what I mean?
we was
Because
at-
like
we was at
we in our
fucking
own
up.
way type thing. You know what I mean? So to fight through that, man. Congratulations, y'all. That's big stuff, man.
Okay, I got permission. So it was Gates that
Hello?
said that y'all were gonna win it. I don't throw nobody in
That's
the
a
bus,
caller.
But Gates was the one that said.
Hello,
that y'all
it's
were gonna win.
Geechee.
Go ahead, Geechee. What you got, brother?
Hey, man. United, they already know what's up. They had one loss this season, right? In the regular season?
No, DOA did.
Week 1?
That's DOA.
They had 2.
One by
Who else they lost to?
Yeah, who else they lost to?
They lost
Well, they lost twice to us
They
this
lost- they
season.
lost to,
DOA had that
Cole
weak-ass
Bobby.
schedule.
A game they literally should have won.
So that was their only pro team they played.
DOA had that weak-ass schedule. Terrell was saying little
Speak on
small comments, putting stars next to our record, not knowing the quarterback from DOA. They the same quarterback. It ain't make no difference if he played. They play the same.
Talk your shit, Geach.
Fuck wrong with these niggas? Hey, what up, champs? How y'all feeling?
What's up? We getting the knowledge.
Never better. Yeah.
Man, just ring me.
That's what we wanted to respect. That goes to you too, James and Angelo. Y'all played with us all season. I'm not gonna lie, Angelo, you started respecting us midway through the season until we fell off the last half of the season. But we had to show the world. Like, nobody believed in us. We believed in ourselves, though.
That's all that matter.
Big
That's
fuck.
all that matters.
Strong will, man.
We got a whole team full of misfits and people that people forgot about. But we put that shit together. We ended up winning on Sunday.
I like it.
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, my last team, they told me I'm a rusher. You can't play DB. I ain't let up a touchdown all season at DB. Talk to me nice, man.
Talk to him nice, man.
I say a lot about it. Thomas, you want to say something?
YBNG Visual said DQ ain't nothing. He good for a pick a game.
Yeah, I know.
Big Stepper say Geechee facts.
Ring
Pop your
me.
ish.
Ring me.
Hey, and that's
He
another
tried to
thing.
say Geechee trim, but he said it with laughing faces.
Man, we threw 2 interceptions in the championship game and still
In the
won.
red zone.
Still won. Oh, I ran one in, y'all.
Still won.
Yeah.
I ran
What
one
you got?
in, y'all. That's some
What you got,
players.
Red?
I'm gonna go backtrack a little bit when we talk about strong will. I have giving shout outs. I'm gonna shout out the special teams. That field goal unit. We got DQ and Dom holding for me. Like those were awesome holds. I made a few mistakes. They picked me up. That line we had a few mishaps. We were letting people in, but we capitalized and we took care of business. And that kickoff and that kick return squad, like we started coming up with some ideas midway through the season, and we executed those perfectly. So shout out to you guys.
Hey man, I wanna say something too. Shout out to you, dog. Like real talk, we were depleted at receiver. You came in, do your thing, man. You caught 2 big passes in the championship game, bro. And you had somebody on skates, man, for real, man. But yeah, man, shout out to you, dog. We really needed you this year.
Hey, every time Kemp said something in the championship game, he said one thing about the center that he needed to get the snapper. I wasn't complaining because he was getting it to me, so I wasn't complaining about it. But when I looked at the film, every time Kemp said he was doing something wrong, the next play we snapped.
He hate the split offense, but we was moving down the field.
YVNG Visual said set up Raiders versus LOC first game of the season.
Oh my God.
I ain't gonna lie. It ain't gonna be raining that game. I'm gonna be on one, man. For
Big
sure.
Stepper said Raiders booty, go back to reflex.
Somebody tell the Raiders to make the playoffs.
Boys, man. Shout out to the Raiders.
Tell the Raiders to make the playoffs, and we'll think about
Look,
it.
check this out. Only reason why I respect that because they won the championship not too long ago.
For a fact, I was on that team.
You know what I'm saying?
I was on that team. Shout out to the real ones, man.
They won a couple
For
of
real.
seasons ago, so y'all can pop y'all shit, but calm down right now. You know what I'm saying? Calm down right now. But we went 5-5 and beat 3-2-1. I'm like, yeah, calm down right now.
Can't be argued. Can't be argued.
3,
Hey man,
2,
What's up, y'all?
1.
shout out to LOZ, man. Congratulations, LOZ, man. The comp champions. Y'all won it. Can't nobody take it from you. You gonna get ring here soon, man.
Bring me.
Go from the 6th seed up, bro. That's big stuff, man. Congratulations to y'all. Real
I ain't
talk.
say ain't nobody else getting these rings.
Good job,
Y'all
man.
looked out.
And we got to transition to the next team, man.
Yeah, give us one moment while we transition to the
Congratulations,
other
guys.
Peace.
Big John, done done it, boy. Done it all, huh? That's good stuff, man. Come on down, come around, grab a seat. Huh? Stapler in the office. Quick night there? Hey man, we back. Part two, Championship Thursday, ATL Flag Football Podcast, Season 10, 5 Star Sports. As you can see, man, we transitioned over, got the next group in. Take it from there, James. What you got, brother?
So we have our back-to-back season champions, winning the comp last season, now winning pro. ATL Outsiders up in here.
I'm like putting the rings out over there.
OIC.
So, as always, we can start with everybody introducing themselves. Tell us who you are and what role you play or position.
Reggie, I'm the coach.
You got to talk into the mic. Lean forward.
I'm Reggie, I'm the coach.
Henny Snapper.
Zach Rusher.
They call me Lil D, number 3. I'm DB, wide receiver.
You got Losa Rusher.
Hit the button on the side. Turn it.
Boya, Russia.
Okay. So, championship. Second time. Won the comp, won the pro. First time that has happened in 5 Star Sports. And make sure I acknowledge Gene and let the world know that.
First time shit.
So, came in as the number 4 seed or 5?
It don't even matter.
Came in number 5.
It don't even matter. Came out
you
number 1.
opened up against Joe World. Tell us about that game. That was very interesting. How did that happen?
I ain't gonna lie. We owed on that BTA. Regular season, they beat us like 6-0, 8-0, 7.
They were more than that.
It was like
It was probably like 8-6, 7-6. One of them. So, I mean, we have our offense coordinator. Everything went right that day. So, we got back to playoff. You know.
Was that the week Gene was out of town?
Yeah, that was the week. Gene was out. Zach was hurt.
Okay.
So, you know, we had to come back. Not a full team, but the rest of the team that's here, that's healthy.
So, Jane, real quick, has anyone made the playoffs coming from B-Day?
No. This is the first time a comp team has come up
So,
to the pro team.
so what was y'all transition
made the
like
playoffs.
for the season wise? When we get to playoffs, what did y'all feel from a transition standpoint coming from winning the comp division to the pro division?
I ain't gonna lie, that shit the same. Everybody be saying it's different. It's the same. You just gotta keep working, keep grinding.
If you really want to be honest, I feel like nationals, like how we had the nationals this past year, prepared us for the pro division this season, and it was the same shit. I'm saying we prepared us, like nationals prepared us to where we are now. For real.
I mean, for me, I think it was like, it's something that we wanted. Before, it was like, when we won the brawl for it all, it was like, oh, y'all playing B. Y'all ain't, what was we in B? Y'all playing B, such and such. Then we came to the season where we had the crossover. So then people was calling us out. I mean, they had came up here and they was talking their shit. And like I told them in practice, hey, y'all put a target on our back.
Okay.
So then we went, had the cross jump.
Mm-hmm.
We won 4-0. Then, well, is y'all coming up? Y'all coming up? Yeah, we coming up. We ain't ducking no smoke. So then we already knew what was up. All we knew we needed to do was get in the playoffs.
Play all game. We're gonna get in there.
And one thing about us, I believe when we locked in, we unstoppable.
Unstoppable, bro. BTA.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's gonna be some games where it's gonna be blowouts. There's gonna be some games where it's gonna come down to the wire. But at the end of the day, as long as we get that dub, that's all that matters.
Okay.
So like we came in with a mindset like it's us against the world. And then on top of that, you know, they got the OIC, so other people was hating. So there was another thing on our belt where we like, all right, we go see what's up.
I feel like that helped our transition with like a lot of people, including myself, a lot of people on our team got their mindset right. Like instead of want to argue, bicker, fight with other teams, let's get our mind focused, stay on point, stay on track, stay in the game.
Everybody bought into their role.
Yeah, and then that too. Everybody bought into their role. Everybody played their part. So we came together as one instead of different different people. We came together as one. We all came together and got it done. At the end of the day, stick together.
So when the season started this season, you guys went 0-2. What was going on in those first 2 weeks, and how did you recover and bounce back from that?
I was mad. I couldn't play. Shit. I'm coming to the games with my game. I couldn't play, bro. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to set the tone for us, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it'd be flat. Like, it'd be dull. You know what I'm saying? So, me not being able to play, I hate that shit.
But honestly, we came in
flat.
We was on the high. So let me tell you from the coach aspect, tell the truth. We got our ass whooped.
So you still on high from the previous win from the previous season?
Yeah, we was feeling we was YB. We was feeling good about ourselves. Shockwave beat us.
We got our ass whooped by Shockwave.
We was feeling good about ourselves, and we was practicing since day one, but we came in like we got this, and they showed us welcome to the A-League. So from that point on, we just adjusted.
So 22-0. How did we get there?
BTA.
Hungry.
We need to set a tone.
Set a tone.
You gotta understand the three teams, and no disrespect to them, those the three losses we took this season. So we went in the mindset of saying we gonna pay them back.
Gotta get that get back.
A
get back tour.
So it was a get. That's what we call it. Get back.
Tour.
Yeah,
Get back Sunday.
Yeah, so we ended up. That was our mindset going into the Sunday game.
We wanted it more than everybody else, bro. Like, everybody at the end of the day want that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody at the end of the day, we compete. Everybody wanted to win the championship and everything. But I feel like nobody wanted it more than us. Nobody had more to prove this season than us. We put a target out back and we executed. Simple as that.
Let's see what we got. They got Unc outside, all crowd. Middle fingers in the chat. Man, say it louder. That's what Ramon said. Y'all, HY, Big OYC.
Hey, man, watch out, gang.
The boys, Pop It, Big Stepper, first to ever win it, OYC. Tell the world what OYC means.
Man, I'm gonna say it here because I'm the one that really came up with it. OIC is outside of the young crew. It's no disrespect to young crew. We don't even most of the players on the team don't even know who young crew is. I'm probably the only person besides the coaches. And you know who young crew is?
Nah, man, I ain't from here.
Besides the coaches and T-Rex, is the only person that know young crew because I used to watch my dad play flag football. So I know who young crew is. But the rest of these folks, they don't know who young crew is. So stop saying we trying to disrespect them. We trying to take they no. This is out. This something we started. We the new young niggas. Excuse my language. We the new YNs of the league. So we the outside young crew. Stop playing. That's who we is. That's what OYC is. Outside young crew.
MT for sure say Lil D issues to say something. Jamie said, unlike LOZ. I don't know what you mean by that, Jamie. Let's see. A lot going on. The next. Hey, bro, next to James, still mad they lost.
Damn, Lo, they talking about you still mad. We got Hey, Travion, hey, BPA.
No, you're 100% right.
Trade.
Shit, I'm gonna like it.
Hey, Key, what you mean?
We good to go next season. Keyshawn, yes. Trap says respect. Okay, we caught up. I just want to get caught up on all the messages. So after the takedown of Joe World, you went up against YB. Now
they roll.
Oh yeah. That's why I felt that you guys would experience your biggest challenge in that game. Wasn't quite sure if you guys were going to come through that, but you did. Tell us about that. It was a low-scoring game, a 6-gift game. You did not let them score. So what was that all about?
I ain't gonna lie. We put our best on our best. And at the end of the day, we see who won. They say he supposed to be the MVP this year, ain't it? Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who locked him down the whole game? No disrespect. That my brother, no cap. But who locked him down the whole game? Me. Best on the best. I'm telling you now.
I mean, we knew it was gonna be tough. Our defense crazy.
Tough.
So I went back and looked at that game, and I saw the rushers. I saw Carlos and Zach coming through quite a bit.
Correct.
Do you think you guys made had an effect on Trey and how he could deliver the ball and what he may have been used to? Do you think you guys changed that?
Of course they did.
Yeah. I say this all game, every game. Pressure bust pipes. At the end of the day, no elite quarterback out here.
No
'Cause
cap.
If everybody was elite quarterbacks, they wouldn't be playing what we playing now.
Even Smoke, shout out to Smoke,
No
DJ,
matter,
man.
like,
My boy went
you
crazy
pressure
too.
on somebody, you gotta make a read. If you don't make a read within a short amount of time, you're gonna get sacked. You're gonna be under pressure. You better make a read. Ain't
that
you got
why-
time for no dancing around and stuff in the backfield. Not with us.
That's where all my picks come from. No cap. My line, my D line, they help me with every pick. They put the pressure down, and they quarterback throw it up. They throw it up. They know who gonna come down with it. So I ain't gonna lie, them boys did they thing. My whole D line from Boyer, Smoke, Los, Taz, Zach, everybody on that D line went crazy the whole playoffs, the whole season.
From the offensive standpoint, it was like we knew if we get in the end zone, our defense could hold them off.
Okay.
We tried to make it easier for our defense. Once we got a touchdown, they made it easier for us by not allowing it, and then we just controlled the game from that point.
We just had a member just come in. Before you came, they introduced themselves and told them what position. Can you tell the guys who you are, what position you play?
Yeah, I'm Payroll Bates, and I play receiver and cornerback and safety.
Okay. Okay.
Fresh off injury reserve.
Okay. So moving. I'm trying to. Are we finished? Anything else we want to say about that game? Okay.
What game was on?
The YB game. You know.
Much respect to YB.
Hell of a goal line stand, by the way. Defense, real shit. That was a hell of a goal line stand.
Hell of a goal line stand.
Oh yeah, that was like at the 2, right?
From the 2
Yeah, y'all stopped 4 plays from the 2.
4 plays.
Yup. Hell of a goal line stand, for real.
That was.
So how did you make that happen? I mean,
We had to believe in each other.
That pressure,
Trust
that
me.
line, that
We had
line
to.
was coming. I ain't gonna lie.
But we practice that in practice a lot.
So you practice?
We do.
We do. We practice every
And
off
we
week.
practice goal
Man, everybody
line.
practice, man. They just be trying to
No,
cap like they
everybody
don't
does not practice.
We
That's why I
practice.
make sure I reiterate
Let me
that.
tell you, at practice we give
Well, if you
100%
don't
against our
practice, I
own
don't know how
teammates.
far you gonna make
dead
it.
ass.
We out there
How often do y'all practice?
every week. We take a week off after the playoffs, after the championship, and then we right back at it every time.
Every week.
We put that work in. That's why it ain't. That's why we knew we weren't gonna. We I ain't gonna say we the only one, but ain't nobody putting that work in like us.
Okay.
Scrimmage each other every week.
Every week, going hard for
Yeah.
4 hours
And-
from 9 to 12. Niggas not doing that.
And that's the difference from outsiders now than like in the past. In the past, when we first started, we probably have like a good 8 people on a good day. Now, like we got enough to go
24.
offense and defense, and then
No doubt, free
these niggas
coin.
still be trying to practice during the week. Like some of us ain't grown. Like we ain't got families and shit. But that's the thing I love about these boys, man. They want to work.
They want to practice. They want to get better.
So the audience caught on to the fact that you said that nobody was elite. I was told to ask, do you guys think KT is elite?
Man,
Let me ask you a question. They said what now?
That's just the question. Do y'all think KT is
listen,
elite?
I got you.
I ain't gonna lie. We know KT elite. He's one of the top quarterbacks. Listen, no, a lot of people don't know this, but the week before the season started, we scrimmaged New Jack to one of the best teams out of the A. Scrimmaged them just to see what we'll be going against in the A League, to put us up against. See what
And they showed us a lot. Shout
they
out to
showed
KT.
us a lot.
They did show us
KT showed us a lot. KT. I can't tell y'all all that, but yeah, that boy showed us a lot for sure. He got us ready for the season. Just know that he got us ready for everything we saw.
I mean,
everything we gonna see.
we don't want nobody to get offended. We just popping what we pop, but at the end of the day, we respect quarterbacks in the league. Like we respect Amos. Amos was playing here when I was playing.
No cap.
right?
Amos had going crazy.
So Amos gave us that work. For me to see Amos, shout out to you, boy. You what? You about 50 years old with me now, but you still be running.
Trap
Respect to
says
him.
that rush is a game changer. Miko stepped up and said he didn't think y'all was talking about KT. What else we got?
No cap, Jamie. Shout out to Bankhead.
Bankhead.
Trey.
Trey? Yeah. Wolf? Call him Wolf, right?
Trey. Absolutely not. There will be no reduction.
Free coin, man. Free my brother.
Jay said y'all got a scrimmage under your belt. No Travion. Any that overhead now.
I am though.
Nah, shout out to Bankhead. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Bankhead for sure. Bankhead, he's a new addition from DOA. Man, that boy is a dog. I'm telling you, like a dog. Like they let a dog go.
So
Real
Bankhead
dog.
Bankhead
came from DOA and came and balled out every time he stepped on the field. I swear to God, made a play. Even when it's played not to be made, he dare making a play.
Yeah, because we was down two corners.
No, we were down 4 corners.
How do you guys handle? I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably haven't had anybody like this. But what about when you get people that come to the team and think that they're bigger than the team and better than the team?
Hey, man.
Have y'all experienced anything of the sort?
We don't experience that, but hey, man.
I mean,
he is being mixed, though. He is, though. It don't even matter because we ain't tripping.
So Angelo had that issue before, and they went and started a team, and so it happens. I've had it on my team, so
we don't have that issue. I like everybody else. We don't.
So you
got
gotta
that
understand
issue.
with outsiders, everybody can't be outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for everybody.
It's a different type of
Some
breed.
people could take it. Some people could be like stars on one team, then they come to us, and then they may be a role player, but their role that they in, they might not like it.
Right.
So
please don't name drop. I'm asking questions.
And not everybody can take it, but at the end of the day, champions, the ones that stayed came champions. The ones who left,
no cap.
I mean, power to them.
If you ain't gonna put that fight,
Angelo, you've been coaching longer. How do you deal with situations like that? Because I'm sure in all your many years of coaching, you've had players come to you that thought they were better than the team and it should have been the man. And how do you handle that type of stuff?
I mean, we haven't had that issue very often because we're very selective on who we bring in. But when it does happen, you play it out and let it. We make situations where they'll feel uncomfortable enough that they're gonna leave anyway.
Okay.
No cap. That's exactly what it is. That's it.
Okay. I could only imagine if somebody would have just come in and be like, "Yo, I'm better than Amos. Let me start."
Oh, you get it, right? You see it.
Just to get messy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out random examples.
That's what I'm saying. It happens.
Hey, man.
So
when
James
you get outside, you can put in that work. Come join.
I mean, it can happen. I'm pretty sure somebody think they might be better than Zach. Somebody might think they're better than Dwayne. It happens all over the league. I'm just trying to let the people know how to appropriately deal with it.
But like Angelo said, you just let him
Hey, Miko.
hang himself. I mean,
Listen here, bro. My boy don't play football.
Yeah. That's it.
I did not, Mr. For Sure. I said nothing.
We'll take your money.
No cap.
That's right.
Wait a minute. I didn't say that, Miko. They put words in my mouth. What, Trey?
You gotta stick in there. If you wanna be a team player, be a team player. If you ain't, then don't come over here.
Rings will be given out at the day party. So if that's where the rings will be given out at. They
Next
just
Saturday,
came
right?
in.
Next Saturday, right?
Exactly. Thank you, Charles.
I'm feeling like 4 p.m.
No, Angelo's player. So now we get to the championship game. Would you like to take
No
it?
You're gonna look at me, look at Angelo.
So, the one thing I find funny that, and I said to people, is that, you got some of these people that just started playing flag football that loves to throw the veterans. Oh, they old, they can't do this, they can't do that. And, when the season ended, the two most veteran teams were the top 2 seeds. Right. And you ended up playing one of those in the championship game. So, veteran leadership makes a difference, guys. Stop thinking you know everything. If it wasn't for Reggie, and Gene providing this leadership,
we'll still be where we at.
You
Back-to-back
need
champs.
veteran leadership, young
What you
teams
talking about?
out
They'll
there.
still be back-to-back champs.
You know, and I also want to point out the two teams that play in the championship were two teams that have coaches that don't play. Take note of that. Coaches make a difference. They can control the tempo of the game. They see things that you don't see as a player. They know when to take a timeout to calm it down. They know all of these type of things. They know when to. They know how to address the referees so that you don't get penalties. It's a lot of things coaches can do, and I think that some teams would benefit from having coaches.
Correct.
But with that being said, this was a good matchup. This was a close game that I'm pretty sure that some people feel like, man, if somebody had been there, it might have been different.
Yeah.
But
bullshit.
and it could have just been a more competitive game. But how did you guys come into the mindset of this game when you saw we got to face that old scrappy veteran team, Shockwave?
I was so happy to be playing them again, bro. We wanted.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, we wanted to play them.
Wanted to play them. We was rooting for them in the game for that. We wanted.
The crazy part about it, they did. They rooted for them, but I knew it was gonna be a fight though.
Like it was a dog fight regardless.
I can confirm because a couple of your players told me that they wanted Shockwave to win.
From the first, I ain't gonna lie.
This was before the championship game.
And the thing about
they
it,
said they wanted
but
to
the
see
thing
y'all.
about it, we just want them to know it was all about respect. So at the end of the day, it was a fight.
So do you feel like you wanted to see Shockwave because you respected what they brought to the table, and you felt like if you
Because we wanted that get back.
Because they beat us. I mean, the respect always there.
The respect is always there,
But they beat us in the regular season, and
we
wanted to get back.
Shockwave was that team that.
Like we want to play them, bro.
What was score?
We want to play.
I'm going back to it.
They beat us like 21-0.
They beat us.
They beat us 0.
Oh, they
whooped our ass.
Whooped our
They
ass.
whooped their ass.
And they talk good shit while doing it. They talk good shit while doing
Is that
it.
Dwayne over there?
Yeah, they him. He over there quiet today. I ain't heard from him today.
Yeah. I didn't even know you was in there. Yeah, my boy. Yeah.
Man, we wanted that game though. I mean, of course, we didn't care who we played, but we wanted to play them because they beat us. They whooped our ass. First game.
And it was a rival
They
game.
did what they was supposed
we
to
beat
do.
them last season in that crossover game.
We got on the
And
live,
they came
popping
back and
it.
served us.
They
That
came
was
back
it.
and
Yeah.
tapped that ass.
They
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and be real.
Dwayne
We came on here popping it.
mad.
They came back, beat us.
So
beat the shit out of us.
let's pause for a second. Coming into this matchup prior to the game, Angelo, what was your perspective of having to face this team in the championship? What were your thoughts about, how this was going to match up before we knew what the outcome was?
I mean, we thought it was going to be a good game. These guys are young and scrappy. Like they said, the first game of the season, they talked a lot going for that game. You know what I mean? I told my guys everything that was being said, so we were ready for. You know what I mean? It was a point to prove, and so but. And they've gone, they've done well throughout the rest of the season. They've made some people take notice. So, we knew it was going to be a great game. We wasn't surprised at that. They got a lot of young athletes around the field. So, it was no more than that. But
So in my mind, the point of the game that I felt turned in your favor was I guess I would call it a miscue on Shockwave's point. There was the deep pass that Amos came out with. If I'm not mistaken, from analyzing, you had a receiver that ran the wrong route, correct?
Which one
On
you
the
talking
deep
about?
interception where y'all were going for the kill shot. That was it. You that picked it off?
In the first half or in the second half?
I think this was the second half. The second half when Amos went deep down the middle.
No. What the two?
I was going to say he came out and threw a bomb, but I didn't catch
that was it.
I didn't catch it.
It was only supposed to be one receiver in that route.
No, that's not. That was
a
after.
fourth down. A fourth down.
No, the mistake. The first half is when we were going for the kill shot.
It was a 4-down play.
The first half, it was 4th and 5,
And
he went for the deep ball as opposed to getting the first down, which really just irked the devil out of me because I wanted to end the game at halftime, and I felt like if we'd have went up 2 scores, it'd been tough.
Put them up 2 scores
going into halftime,
and I think that would have kind of changed what you guys would have had to do. So on that, what happened on that? What y'all? Oh, Casey not here, so he can't tell us.
I don't know.
What happened was it was a bad decision. That's what happened.
It was a bad decision.
It should have been thrown. It should have been thrown.
He
threw it in the cover.
He threw it into 2. It was.
He did.
Yeah.
Did he overthrow him or underthrow him?
No, overthrew.
Y'all talking about 7, right?
On the sideline, right before halftime.
He overthrew him.
No, I'm talking about the one straight down the middle.
That was second half.
That's the one I'm talking about.
That's
the one.
That wasn't the game. That wasn't the momentum changer. It was the one going for halftime would have been huge.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking
because we should have scored. We were trying to score before halftime. So when halftime was 6-0, we came out the second half, and I told my team flat out, we stop them right here, it's gonna be our game. You know what I mean? And we had them down. We did a great job. We got a sack. It came down to third and double sticks, and that's when the game changed on the phantom pass interference. And then our momentum changed from that. And I'm sure everybody's seen the film now. They know it wasn't pass interference. Can we acknowledge that?
Nah, that was. I ain't gonna lie.
I had to watch
it. So you gotta not. If that, you don't know that, you gotta not that first one. That first one I caught the pit. That's the pass interference. He threw his whole bodies when
the first what now?
In the goal line when y'all first scored.
I did pick the ball. I definitely picked the ball off.
They picked the ball off. You picked the ball in the end zone. They called it back.
They called it back. They called the whole thing back.
But
so what was not? That wasn't the call. The call was pass interference, and then there was 2 offsetting penalties on. Like,
that's correct. That was the call.
That was correct. Yeah, that was the call.
But he caught a pick. That's the play he caught a pick.
That's
what they supposed to have called. Right. So that's what they had supposed to have called. So we had
what
the referees going back and forth.
But my point was saying was terms of the question was about momentum. That's when I felt the momentum changed because it went from third, what it would have been fourth and double.
Definitely changed though. After that play, it more definitely changed.
It went from fourth and double to them first down, probably like a 20, 25 yard line, and they scored on that drive. That because I feel like I don't know what they were going to decide, but it'd have been fourth and double. I feel like they would have punted the ball. You know what I mean? That would have been a long first down on your own side, first drive of the half to go for it. Yeah. So that's what I feel like the momentum change.
That definitely was the momentum change because even on our side, doing that part, people was fussing and everything. Even Steve brought everybody together, and Steve ain't even the type of person that like really talks.
I did too.
Steve, but Steve stepped up as a leader. And said, "Hey man, shut the fuck up. Stop talking to these refs. Stop talking to them. Lock in. Time to get straight." Shit, and at that point, that's when I felt like we locked in and
came together.
One of your players, Jamie, said that definitely was a made-up call because it was the first half was OPI, offensive pass interference. Trap said the right coaches made the difference for you guys. Ramal said Aldo and them refs was trash. Please get better refs at James. I do not hire the refs. But I do not. Ed hires the refs. But I'll say this. What people don't understand, we're currently at a ref shortage right now. For years and years, people say get new refs. Well, this is what new refs look like.
Right.
Without veteran refs. Of course, we lost PD back to playing. We lost Hurd back to playing. We lost AK back to playing. We lost Tuck back to playing. Unfortunately, D-Mac, one of the better refs, is out, with an illness right there. We're still praying for him. Z's going through some things right now. So reffing, we don't have the Mickey has, went on to greener pastures and things of that nature. So we don't have the amount of experienced refs that you've had before. So it's going to take new refs time to get to that. Just like when all you first started playing, you're not the same player you was when the first time you laced it up. And you're much better now. It's going to take the refs time. So if we go out and get a new ref, it might be a new ref that ain't even got what we got then. So You know, I know sometimes it can be challenging when they miss calls and they make the wrong calls. But all I ask, and I try to tell people all the time, is how you handle it can determine how the rest of the game goes. And what I mean by that is like refs are trained to tune out yelling and fussing and chatter and all of that. So sometimes they may not know the difference between you arguing a legitimate play or just the normal ref and cursing that you're saying all the time. That's where coaching comes in at, when coaches know how to go out and handle it. So, but again, don't think that we don't try. You know, the clips that you guys send us, I talked to Ed about them. Ed used them as training points with the refs. So we do use them to try to get better. But right now, you know, no matter where you go, you know, it's the same refs. We don't have a lot of new refs.
To answer your question, Shay, just to answer this question Shay made, the problem with the refs is simply you want to know what you do better is be decisive with your calls. If you make a decisive call, you know, if you see a penalty, you throw the flag. The one thing I hate seeing more than anything else as a coach is that's the second thing. The one thing I hate more than anything else is for a play to go on, there's no flag, whistle's blown, you hear yelling from a sideline, then a flag comes out. Right. That means to me, you've been influenced by what you heard as opposed to what you saw. Because if you saw a penalty, your flag should have been out, and then there should have been whatever the explanation, whatever conversation after that. But if you don't see, when you first see it, and I don't see the flag come out, then all of a sudden I see that flag late, that's when I have a problem with it. It's decisiveness. So that's the problem with the refs is they're not decisive in their calls, and they can easily be influenced. You know what I mean? And then once you make that call, if you saw something and you threw that flag, you should be able to explain exactly what that flag was for. It shouldn't be no ifs, no hesitation, no hiccups, no stuttering. This is what I saw. That's what y'all gotta do better, and that's what we struggle with.
And I totally agree.
The second thing is
because they happen all this weekend.
100%. 100%.
For sure.
I mean,
that ain't my call.
I'm glad that you and Ed, but I'm glad you and Ed then was there. All 3 games to come to make some decisions that was wrong call on both sides. Yeah. So
well, and like I said, I talk to Ed consistently, but what I'm never gonna do is I'm never gonna show a rep up at the game. I can't do that as the commissioner, because if I come out there and belittle a ref in front of the teams, guess what? That ref has no more clout or respect for the rest of the thing. After the fact, I'll go back and talk to him, or matter of fact, with Aldo today, he can tell you I can use Aldo because Aldo's a great person that likes to learn. I was watching the United LOZ game, and they were talking about the A-gap situation that, I didn't see at the time. And so when I went back and looked at the film, it was like so blatantly obvious that Blaze went through the A-gap, didn't even attempt to go around. So hey Aldo, what did you see on this play? Because I'm having, and then, we talked about it wasn't his particular, he was looking at a different area, and he explained he had something else. But when I talked to Ed about it, and then me and Orlando talked to Ed about it, so we try to fix things that we see. We're just never going to do it in public. Right. But we don't think that stuff happens and we let it go. And don't think that Ed don't hold these refs accountable too. They lose pay, they lose a lot of things. So, but I understand your frustrations. I do. And that's why I tried to, address it. We did bring Shay out because she's one of the more veteran refs, to help out. We brought G-Mo out because he's one of the, but you ain't seen them all because it's hard. We had to bring Josh out, So again, we doing what we can, but right now we just trying to get better. So continue to send the clips, but of course understand that what Angelo said is a valid point, but it makes a difference. You shouldn't be able to argue a ref into changing the call. So arguing for 20 minutes ain't really gonna change. If I see a call and that's what I'm calling, that's what it is. But like Angelo said, I should be able to explain that call. I should be able to come to you and say, this is what I saw. The ref ain't out there to see what you saw. It's about what they saw when it's a judgment. When it was a rule, we all know how you handle that. You protest it, and we do it. But that's a valid point, guys, and we consistently working on that. Shay says she has her corrections too, and she can't get better without all of you.
That's the lady ref for the dreads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my dog.
Fact.
She legit.
These refs, not Shay,
that's the
won't
bad one.
stand their
That's the
ground on the games. They easily influenced by the other refs, especially the white hat. Fact, Shay was decent. LOL, know the rest. Okay. So back to the game. So where were we at?
The momentum swing.
The momentum swing. So after that, then what did you guys say to be able to focus on securing that victory?
We got one.
Shit, like
We gonna score and kick this time?
Yeah.
Steve got them.
Yeah.
Steve got in everybody. Me and Steve got on everybody. Had like shit. Y'all boy lock in. I did. I was right there next to Steve the whole time.
Speaking of kicking,
you can ask T. Who's there?
I heard you pulled the kicker from off the bench
Wait.
somewhere.
Shout
Soccer.
Nah, he been with us.
He been with us since the beginning of the
Man,
season.
he said he hadn't kicked before that.
He haven't.
We've been going through kickers all season.
He's a soccer player.
Like I said, not everybody's an outsider. Not everybody understand their role. He knew he wasn't getting as much playing time as he wanted, rushing, playing DB, receiver. So he was like, we need a kicker.
And get what?
2 weekends straight.
Every
We went out there
every
on
weekend,
Saturday.
boys out
With
there
no-
Saturday kicking.
2 weekends straight.
The
Practice
kicking.
unsung
field
hero
goals.
of our team.
And I think I might have talked to you or talked to Charles or that. Kicking it, your special teams is what I felt in the beginning of the season. Y'all was
told
having
me that.
issues
Yeah, you
with.
said
I
that a
did.
couple of times.
What and I said specifically with you, Los, not that you weren't a kicker, but I felt you weakened the team by kicking versus
And
being
down
on
the
that
line.
line. Because even when you was kicking, nobody couldn't hold up, and you needed to be on that line to hold up and protect.
Right.
So
Him and Charles.
you know.
No bow.
But yeah, so I definitely see that you've gotten something that you can continue to work on and develop with him to get him into a. So that was good to see that right there.
You know that, Mel. We not done. We on the run.
We got some more work to do. We gonna get them.
Oh yeah. So then game ends. You won a championship.
Back to
First
back.
team to win in both divisions. How did
back.
that feel?
Hey man, it felt so
We
good. Cause look,
expected it. I ain't gonna tell you.
so
no
many
lie.
people doubted us.
We-
So many people hated on us.
Last year, we came back from national last year. Not this year, but last year.
Oh yeah, when we came back from national
got
last year,
behind kicks
y'all know how
so
many
bad.
people?
don't think
How many people that's on this team now that was on that team from nationals last year? It's
That-
probably like
like
4,
four,
5
five.
of us.
That was the longest flight home for me.
Every game we played in that Nationals,
We got our ass kicked.
we didn't like no more than 15, 20 minutes. I don't think we made it past fucking halftime.
No.
We got our ass
We made
kicked.
adjustments and
Shit was bad.
We
we
came
went
back
to the
down on
last
the
one. We got back
grind.
home.
Well, one of the things that I saw was that I think that was a big awakening for your quarterback because what I noticed, he was tired by the end and he was throwing the ball in the ground.
You talking about did nationals?
Yes. He
Oh,
wasn't, I don't think he was accustomed to playing that many games in that short period of time. And I think that was, what affected y'all big time in that game.
Right.
But, again, you came back and you put it together. So, what's next for Outsiders? Now,
Hey man, brawl for it all. We're going for another ring. Summer season for another ring.
What's come first?
Hurricane.
What come first? Brawl for all.
Halloween Heavy. I said hurricane.
Which one come first? Which one comes first? Brawl for it all or New Orleans?
Oh, Brawl for it all
Buffalo.
is first, and then
And
it's
then
the
we
Bayou
going-
Brawl.
Yeah, then we going.
Man, all that. We going for a ring. All of them. Nationals. It's on the way. All of it is on the way. I promise.
What areas do you feel that you need to work on as a team?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. It's always room for improvement.
It's
in every
always
position.
room for improvement.
And I'm not, and with us saying it's always room for improvement at every position, it don't mean we're gonna go out and pick up that person. No, like
Yeah, that don't mean
we
we
gonna
just.
improve ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We learn from our mistakes. We watch film and shit like that. Like we learn, we improve ourselves. We push each other even harder at practice and shit. You feel me? Like it's always room for improvement.
You
So
don't know.
then, what would you say is the overall, aside from winning, what's the goal for the summer season?
Pulling
Winning.
pulling flags. You gotta get better at pulling flags. And
Is he asking that?
Yo, I said that said pulling flag. Okay then. I fuck with that goal.
pulling flags.
Yeah, please.
We gonna conveniently be short one ring if you ask one more time, Romeo.
Oh my God, man.
Nah,
better
though.
pulling flags
Our
and
goal for the summer season,
The win.
get better, man. We gotta get better. We got a lot of, like I say, we still
gonna
still
continue to
room
mature.
for improvement.
That's
There's
what we're
still
gonna do.
room
We're
for a
gonna
lot of
continue to
improvement.
mature. I got to give it to my nephews. All these my nephews. You know, it was hell. You know, 2 years ago I talked to you like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but we did. So, but they all matured. So you know, they language much better than the last time they was here. Everything is good, but yeah, we mature, man. So
The D
shout
talk
out
real
to
bad
them.
to me on the field, though, man.
Listen.
I'm still praying for you.
Listen.
Coach, I'm still praying for you.
Listen, it don't be no bad. I mean, I'm in between them lines.
in the game, it's in the game.
Whistle blow.
Like,
It
I
just be
talk
hate.
crazy. I talk reckless as hell on that field. I'm locked in on that game, bro. Nothing else matters but what's between them lines, bro.
Yeah, that's cool.
But when
I gave it back
at the
to
end
him.
of the day, it be all love. It just be the full love of the game, man.
I'm taking the knee just looking back and forth.
Get back to your nephew. That's all that matters.
It be all love at the end of the day. It be all love.
Is there with the new season? Not saying you checking or intimidated, but is anybody looking forward to seeing again next season or seeing for the first time?
Everybody.
Or whatever.
LOZ.
Everybody.
I just messed with you, but no.
We looking
I don't
forward
think
to
you'll
see
see
everybody.
LOZ.
Oh.
We're not doing crossover
A-Key?
games next
No,
year.
I'm not calling them out. I'm just
We looking forward to see y'all, boy.
We are
New Jack,
anticipating
nigga. Yeah.
another pro team this season, another new pro team. So then we'll officially have enough to not have to do crossover.
Everybody.
question?
We got a target on our back.
Who owned the team?
Huh?
Who owned the team?
Who?
The new team. Who owned the team?
The new owner.
You know, Jane don't get that information.
What new team? It's a new team, A?
Yeah, there'll be a new pro team.
Oh man.
To the A? They come to A?
They
ready for A?
That was wrong.
They say they are.
I mean,
It's not a team from. It's not
They
a
had to
team
go
from
through
the
the
A.
B to get to
A
the
key.
No.
They don't have to do that.
Y'all
I mean,
nigga.
they should have, but they didn't.
Is it Menace?
Who?
Hey, look. I heard New Jack was scared to play this year. They forfeited.
Oh my God.
You talking about speak up? I speak up, gang. You had the wrong person. Speak up. I speak up. Y'all was scared to play that game. Y'all forfeit. Who the only forfeit? I was just playing. I was just talking shit. Nah, though. I ain't lie though.
We don't.
I know I feel like
Don't feel
we got a
nobody.
target on our back, so everybody gonna be wanting to beat us. Everybody gonna want to take us down from our throne. So shit. Everybody. Hey, we look forward to playing everybody. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I can tell you
like
that
you say, it ain't
the
no
schedule. Gods called me, and the first week of the season, you guys most likely will open up against Shockwave.
That's
LOZ
fine.
will most
What day
likely.
is
Let
that?
me ask you a
I got a question. What day is the first game?
No,
of the
you
season?
said God called you and said what now?
I said the football god.
The football
I ain't
god.
put that on the Lord is
What day is the
created.
start? What day is the start?
Who reached out to you and said they wanted to play us?
I'll be here, bro. God, I'm playing that game.
Who reached out to you to
Nah,
say
though, Key,
they
I
wanted
was
to
just
play
talking
us?
shit, bro. I was just talking shit.
Nobody. But you know, I try to make things interesting, so I'm looking to
makes sense.
rematch.
So it's gonna be us.
It's funny, we played in the first
Championship.
game. It didn't play them at the end, though, so,
Then
you
at the
know.
end, they started back up. Okay, so
That was interesting.
Shockwave and who?
I feel like
YB?
I don't
And I
want
still
YB.
want, since I have both of you guys here now, and I think we tried this one time before, but I'm going to try harder this time. I want to open up on Thursday night, and like.
Jane, that's my business days. I can't do that.
I ain't gonna lie.
They already did. Where they going?
I work. Well, it depends on what time you talking about starting, James.
What you mean?
And they can be at work from 2 to 10:30.
Yeah, before
Get
I
on work.
there.
Nah, though, Thursday night prime. Don't put us on there. I work 2 to 10:30. So this, I had to call off for this.
And he got to work to pay them leave fees.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
hey, you just don't sign us up for Thursday. So you can with anybody else.
Can't get no prime time. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thursday night prime time.
Yeah,
For sure, Keith. For sure. We gonna see y'all, boy.
Make it Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night.
Saturday night prime time.
Like college football.
Can't do that.
Right.
You did it this year.
Brothers only gonna have 3 people show up.
Who?
Hey, that ain't that. Who problem that
Damn,
is?
man.
If they want that dub, they gonna have their team show up.
Not the brothers. It's not my boys. Not 3.
That's
Not what I said, Charles.
that's
Don't
funny.
listen to
That's
them.
funny though,
I
Charles.
said the football god.
3 from 18,
The
right?
football god. Not Not God. Okay, well,
Oh yeah, Friday. Nah, I'm still at work.
I mean, it was congratulations to y'all, man. Y'all did what y'all came to do. It was a great matchup that y'all had against the run through. Who y'all played first? Joe World, who was defending champs, right? And Joe World won it last year.
Defending champs.
And then YB, and then we had a great game against you guys again. It was, even though something I don't like, I ain't gonna front, but you guys still, even through that, came through and held your own. You had a good stop at the end, but y'all didn't give up, man. So congratulations to y'all, man.
Appreciate it.
And to go from the B to the A, I mean that's a big deal. You know what I mean? That's a big deal. But y'all popped it, man. Y'all done did it.
BTA.
When we first came on here, what you said? You said respect is earned, not given.
Absolutely.
You feel me? And I feel like we went out and we earned the respect from everybody.
And y'all see, we ain't been back since you said that. We ain't been back. We had to go earn. We had to go earn it.
Fight to be able to pop it like we've been popping it. You feel me? Like real shit.
Like I said, we didn't have nothing behind our name when we came up here. Just
that's what's
the
up, man.
outsiders. OIC just calling ourselves.
Now we got all the hard work.
Now we got the hard work. We got add nationals. We gonna pop it after that. You know
Wait till national.
That's what's up.
Now I do got one thing to say. For this little voting for the awards, why we can't vote for our own teammates?
okay, let me explain that. Okay.
Hey, quick, I gotta get in the road.
I'm gonna explain it it's real easy. Because if we allow everybody just to vote for their teammates, the awards would go to the team that put in the most votes. Plain and simple. The teams with the most players go vote the most. Because if you really like that, other people should know that. You line up against all the other pro teams.
You gotta think about it.
You know who the other pro teams are if they like that.
We don't know their real names.
You don't have to know their name.
Oh, you just put their jersey
All
name?
you gotta do is say number 4 from 4-4, or the African dude that play on the line from Shockwave. You can give me descriptions. I can figure out who it is. But if it was just voting for your own players, it would just be a favoritism award or whoever. I think everybody. It's safe to say that most all the teams can identify you and Zach. You guys are some of the faces of outsiders. Everybody, the quarterback from outsiders. He ain't got but one. It ain't two. You know what I'm saying? So you can always give us a description to try to figure out who the person is. You don't need a real name. But we want to try to make it. I mean, if you really like that, somebody other than your team is going to know who you are.
I don't really like that.
We would clearly have people putting themselves in that don't deserve it. You ain't even on the team. How you go put your name down?
So just in case you don't know, number 2, Henny, best center in the league. I just want to throw that out.
I mean, you'd be surprised at some of the descriptions that we get, but I'm able to identify the people. So just give me the best description you can of that player and that team, and I can always get with the coach.
I feel like the owners or the captain. I mean, not the owners or the captain, but the owners or the coaches of the team should pick. Just to make it more even.
They have their own awards. So we have 3 sets of awards in the league. We have the league awards. They come from the MVP, the weekly MVP vote. So that's your offensive, defensive, and player of the year. Those are the league awards. The Players' Choice Awards are exactly what that is. The players choose who win those awards. So that's comes straight from the players. And then we have the coaches and the captains awards. You guys don't see them nominations because you can't vote, but that's strictly up to the coach.
I'm a
that's
captain.
Your top dog. That's your built 5-star strong, your rookie of the year. So we give everybody a voice in the league so that, at some point. But if your coach ain't even nominating you, why are you in my face? Like, really, you're not that dude if your coach didn't even mention you. But I'm just so we try to be as fair as possible and give everybody a voice.
Key, bro. I did not say that, bro. Stop lying, bro. I just said y'all was scared of that. But nah, though. If y'all need help voting for MVP or defensive MVP, just
so for Trap, you can't have an unbiased award because that means that board would have to be watching all 21 games every week, and it's just impossible. So this is the best possible way we can do it.
And what does the MVP votes go into? The MVP votes of the season. What is that? That goes into what?
The weekly MVP votes that the refs do, that goes towards the league votes. So that's your offensive, defensive, and overall
I
MVP.
remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's what the weekly votes come into.
That's how I ended up in the defense.
Yeah, you heard it wrong, gang. My bad, brother. I just said I was a little scared.
So that's it, wrap it up.
Most game officiated. All right, so that be it. Again, congratulations, Outsiders, for winning the 2025 Spring Pro Division Championship. Please, we want everybody. I got some mixed signals. The day party and the awards party is for the whole league, not just the teams that won. I had a couple of people tell me that they never came because they didn't know that it was invited for them. It's invited for the whole league. So if you've never been to one, please come out this year. It's going to be the day party. That's where the food will be. So if you wait to the awards, there ain't going to be no food. The food is going to be at the day party. The award ceremony is going to be all about the champions. So we got a lot of food. We're going to have a DJ out there. We're going to have some bar games and all of that good stuff. So come out there. It's going to be at Hudson Grill, Little 5 Points. It has an inside-outside bar. So we're going to have a couple games out there with all of that. So please come out. I know most people won't, but I'm asking people if you could wear your team jersey, especially my champions, because we're trying to put the face of flag football everywhere so that people can see and grow and, try to get more people to sponsor and things like that.
We did that for the Family Feud, right? We did that for the Family Feud.
Yeah, So, and we did it for the scavenger hunt, and we're going to do it for so let me clarify the bowling tournament. The bowling tournament, I got a lot of people hitting me up. So for those of you who don't know, for the past 4 or 5, quite a while, at the beginning of every season, prior to the season, we have a competition for the teams to compete against to win half off of league registration. We used to do the skills challenges.
What happened to that?
We just doing different things. We did Family Feud a couple of seasons ago. I know Angelo's still trying to get back on that one.
Yep.
We did the scavenger hunt last season where the Bucks won. And then, so this one is the bowling challenge. So basically, each team can sign up. It'll be 4 people per team. And then once we get it, we'll put them out, you'll bowl, and the team that has that bowls the highest score will win half off of league registration. So it's open for all the teams. We just got to sign up by the date so we can know how to reserve the lane and how many lanes we need.
Outsiders need to get in that. For real. We got to go bowl, bro.
So that's going to be on May the 16th. May 16th, so. So
hey, nah, Miko, I shut that boy down both games. You talking about MVP? He can't fuck with me. He was locked down both games. You better ask somebody. Still talking, man.
They sleep, man.
MVP. I shut that boy down both games. He can't fuck with me, gang.
See, that's why we got a target on our head. See,
Man, come on, man. You know, hey, bro.
Yeah,
Put y'all we can put y'all whatever. It's gonna be a dub for us.
Yeah, some froze. Okay.
You see what they say, Jane? You see what they say? You see what they say?
Miko, you talking about what Miko say? Put
them on there. We're not stunning none of that. We're not hiding. We're not ducking. Put them on there. What you talking about?
I mean, y'all are gonna play each other again. All the pro teams.
He said first week. Put them on there.
If it's that big of a game, that seems like that's the last week.
What team you play for?
You can put them on first
No,
week.
we gotta play for our league, bro. We gotta play for our league. I only get 1 week.
Oh, Miko play for like. You talking about Lil Miko?
Yeah, Lil Miko.
What's up, nephew?
Yeah, week 1, please. That's my last night.
Y'all shouldn't never forfeit. Y'all were gonna do all that popping. Should have played that game.
Okay.
Let's get it.
All right.
I'm done. I see you
Hey,
guys.
man, once again, man, congratulations to LOZ, the comp champions. Congratulations to Outsiders, the Pro Division champions, the first team to go and win both divisions, man. That's a big deal. Get ready for the bowling.
Brawl for it all.
Brawl for it all. Don't forget the ceremony, the award ceremony, man. If you haven't been, check it out. He sets out a nice little thing of food, man. So go and get your eat on, enjoy yourself. But it's a real cool event. I think everybody should make sure you send your representatives out there. But teams, you should come deep. You know what I mean? And champions, shoot, y'all definitely should roll through there. You know what I mean? But congratulations to everybody, man. Won the ships. Anything else, James?
No.
Outsiders, y'all done popped it enough. Y'all good now?
Nah. Shout out to everybody on the outside.
Miko at law.
There it is, man.
Behave ourselves, Dream.
He had to call in. Last time he had to call in for y'all. He had to call in tonight.
OIC.
Hey, man. ATL Flag Football Podcast, and we out. Peace.